Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig, I'm out of Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and today I have the pleasure of fishing Spruce Creek in central Pennsylvania with Mark Melnyk.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. Y'all probably recognize Mark from the New Fly Fisher, thenewflyfisher.com. We're going to be talking quite a bit about what Mark does, but hopefully we're going to catch some wonderful Spruce Creek browns and rainbows along the way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Beautiful day today.
And we have a very special guide. We had Scrapple for breakfast, and he's in the bathroom right now. But momentarily, you're going to see none other than Tim Flagler. That's right.
Yeah, I love fishing with Tim.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Man, what a great angler, great tire. But looking forward to this. We've been talking about it for quite some time. We've been looking. We're kind of here doing sort of an industry powwow, making some content, but most of all just having fun. So Mark and I are going to go trout fishing with fly rods, and we'd like for you to follow along.
Let's go fishing.
Let's go. So friends, we've come downstream here on Spruce Creek. This is really, I think, one of the prettiest bends in this part of the river. This is just so gorgeous here.
Yeah, this creek is actually spectacular, and it's super clear today. Mm-hmm. It's been a little slightly off color the last 2 days, but we're gonna have to be pretty stealthy, I think.
Yeah, no question. So Mark's gonna go a little bit downstream and work his way up. We're gonna kind of hopscotch through. This is not the kind of water where you're just gonna have two people jump right in on a run and start flailing away. We're gonna have to be stealthy, sneak up on these fish and make our casts count. So Mark's got on a dry dropper. Old Timmy boy's got me set up with a jig type thing and an egg pattern, which here in the fall they've been hitting the eggs pretty good. So let's get after it, man.
Do you want to go fish for fish today?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
Still low and clear.
Yeah.
You got it. And that tail right there, that tail out's worth a shot right here.
Right in here?
Yeah, yep. Mark, as quietly as you can possibly wade, like little teeny baby steps. Those bow waves are kind of going all the way up.
Okay.
There he is. There he is.
On the dry.
Nice.
Sweet, right?
Was that
Solid.
on the dry?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just about
You know what? I think what he did was I think he ate the nymph and then came up for the dry.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that our viewers tell us that they love about the New Fly Fisher is we talk about our techniques and what we do all the time. And I'm fishing a dry dropper here today with a small little Perdigon nymph underneath the Fat Albert here, and you know, slowly working my way up. With this water being so clear and so like we're invasive on this river right now, right?
Absolutely, sure.
So working your way up as stealthily as possible. Tim gave me a great point of advice to walk really, really slowly. So in this slow water, you've got bow waves that come off your legs as you're wading, and that will mess everything up.
Right.
So yeah, man, like that's what we do here is we walk through exactly what we're doing in every situation, and better to be lucky than good this morning. It's cold, and I'm happy with this.
I was just back there telling Tim that the Fat Albert was a solid move or a bold move.
Yeah, you know.
And 2 minutes later, That's one of those Lochleven browns.
Oh, that's really cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Look at those spots on that thing.
That looks great.
He's gonna sulk there for a minute and then go on to do his spawning duty. That's
Go be a
fun.
brown trout.
Your turn. You're up.
Nice work, man.
That's super fun.
That is super fun. Very nice work. All right. So what do you think? Throw dry?
I don't know. I mean, again, this is one of those things. It's why I was telling you guys it's going to happen in the first couple of casts. It's almost like a territorial thing.
Yeah.
And the first stuff through there, they're going to grab at it. And Mark, or you can work your way up through this pool. And so kind of take care of each one of those as you go along. Like you're going to get that initial, hey, what's that bite? And then we're likely to just shut down for a while.
Right. Well,
Yeah, get in there.
this is an October caddis type of thing. I think that Tim and Drew tied up and gave us a nice box of flies upon our arrival. And so I figured, when in Rome, I figured this is going to be a lucky fly. I understand that Drew Flagler himself tied it, so what could possibly go wrong? And I have a fly banjo, so I mean this is going to be.
Yeah, and that is not a real high floater. So use your fly banjo every couple of casts to get that water off of it.
Got it.
It's purposefully tied very sparse.
Okay, well, I'm going to start.
Yeah,
with-
little shake wouldn't hurt either.
That water's cold, man.
Yeah.
We can check. It's the only digital thing that I own.
Yeah, I think they're too close. And I'm kind of sort of pretty sure that you got that one dry fly eat, and that's going to be it. It's going to have to go subsurface to get something more. Could be wrong.
I mean, Brian's casting looks great. This river's tough because you've got to be able to make a long cast in order to present flies to these fish. They're super spooky. It's a lot like fishing a spring creek. But you know, if you can get out 40, 50 feet, you got a shot at catching these fish, and he's doing just that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's right. It's still right there. Two of them.
Let it go, Brian.
Yep. Coming right down on them. No, they're kind of locked to the bottom, Dev, and when they're doing that, they're you get that one shot.
Yeah, why don't you grab my nymph rod?
Don't move, Brian.
Okay. I threw the dry fly for a few minutes, and our guide Tim kind of thought that maybe Mark's first fish there on the dry was more of a reactionary bite or territorial bite.
Did you see this?
I didn't have any looks on the dry fly.
This is the way we would...
For the past couple days, the egg patterns have been really producing. Although I've caught just about as many on the nymph, fishing a 2-fly rig with probably a jig, a small little jig. I think they're calling them Frenchies and the waltz worm, and then trailing an egg behind it. No split shot. You do not need split shot in here, man. A bead-headed nymph is plenty. Good old Tim Flagler is preparing my rig.
Your rod, sir.
Thank you.
Nice cast.
It should be right in there, right in there. Come on. Yeah, got it.
Nice. Good work. I love how you cast far enough upstream that, you know, it allows those nymphs in that egg to drop down into that slot, right? Because it is a fine slot.
Well, anytime you're nymph fishing, especially like that, you have to calculate in your little computer of a brain, calculate the depth, the speed of the current, and for your fly placement, because you have to think about what the fly, you know.
Nice fish. Took the egg.
Did it?
Yep. Here, I'll take your rod.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, nice fish. I love it when it works out.
Yeah.
Huh?
What do you think?
I think this is.
You know what? This is a lot like fun. we should be very, very careful.
Not to have too much fun?
Or further fun could break out. It'd be like a pandemic.
A fun fest. Nice fish, Brian. Great fish.
Yeah, well done.
Well, what's so cool about this is almost like we did something recently. I forget where it was. Dev might remember better, but somebody was talking about surgical precision. And to a certain extent, that's what we're doing here. It's surgical precision. You got to find these little micro pockets and micro seams. You have to approach them just in the right way. You've got to have the right leader. Your indicator has to be set right. Your fly has to be the right weight to get right down. And then you're adjusting your cast. I mean, that cast I went a little higher up, so it came through the meat of the hole a little better. This is this is not just fling a fly out there and catch a fish. I mean, this is,
Yeah, it's threading the needle.
yeah,
Absolutely threading the needle.
which is fun.
Thanks.
And we didn't have to go to medical school.
Let's guys, it's fun.
So Mark, tell our viewers who might not be aware, although I'm sure a lot of them are, what's the new Fly Fisher all about? What's kind of the concept there?
Yeah, so the new Fly Fisher was rooted 25 years ago in strict education,
Okay.
right? The founder of the show, Colin McEwen, after his stint in the Navy, realized he used fly fishing as an escape from what he was involved in the Navy.
Sure.
And as he went on his learning process of learning to fly fish, he realized that there wasn't any real resource out there for anybody to go to learn and to figure it out. And he wasn't in a position, especially where he lived, where he could hire a guide every other weekend and go fishing kind of thing.
Right.
So he really formulated a structure of a TV show that was based around education, conservation, and travel destinations, right? So fast forward 25 years, Colin's no longer with us. Unfortunately, he passed away a year and a bit ago. But we've adapted this show to showcase what people can expect when they go on a fly fishing vacation. So if we go, let's say, to Northern Ontario, we showcase the lodge, the guides, the species, the wildlife, the food. And my goal now as the owner of the new Fly Fisher is to be able to have these presentations so that people can go online or watch it on TV and say, this is exactly what just might happen if I book that trip to Buenos Aires or what have you, kind of thing. So it's, but I made a promise to Colin that I would never deviate away from the education side of which was the basis of the show.
Well, and that's what I like so much about the new Fly Fisher, and the education I've always said is the cornerstone of Mad River Outfitters. It is our bedrock of our business, and if we don't educate, then we don't have anything. The sports, we're not going to get new people into the sport. So that's what I've always appreciated about you guys. And then you've morphed into a little bit of like the travel and the entertainment and some stuff. So it's a really diverse platform that you have there, and very impressive. So
well, thank you, and kudos to Mad River Outfitters as well, because I get inspired by watching the stuff that you guys do on your YouTube channel, and
that's cool.
And it gives me fresh ideas, as you know.
Yeah.
Right. You might get into a rut in fly fishing and might need some help to get out of that rut, and you guys provide that for us too. I think one of the things that's important, Brian, is the reality of the show. of what we do, and our viewers tell us every week, you know, they love the fact that they see us screw up. They love the fact that they see us get caught in trees and tangled up and lose giant fish and get skunked, because that's really what it's all about, right? It's about being outside. It's about the experience of the culture, the area, and if you're lucky, you can catch a fish.
Well, I mean, today is a prime example.
Yeah.
I mean, here, you and I mean, we can fish.
Yeah.
And we caught a couple fish early on, fished together, and then this morning got tough. Mm-hmm. And you were hung up in some trees. I put a couple eggs in some trees. I just threw a San Juan worm into a tree over there. And I made the comment to Tim Flagler, who was guiding us here today. I told Tim earlier, I said, I embarrass myself sometimes, mm-hmm. you know, but we hear that also, is we try to keep it real. And when you make a bad cast, you say that was a horrible cast, mm-hmm. and I can do better. Or, hey, we just didn't catch any fish. I mean, here we are in one of the best trout streams in the East, legendary, and we've been fishing for 4.5 hours this morning, and each of us caught one fish.
That's a successful day for me.
Yeah, well,
right?
Oh, absolutely. And you got yours on a dry fly.
Right. I've been snooty this
yeah,
week.
Well, it's worked out pretty well for you. Well, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you a little bit better and spending the time that we have and being able to fish together.
It's been fun.
And I know that we're going to stay in touch, maybe collaborate, bounce some ideas off of one another. Sounds like this might become a yearly kind of gathering to try to make all of us and our industry better together. Instead of viewing each other as competition, if we can look at each other as, hey, how can I help you? How can you help me?
Yeah, we don't cut each other's grass at all.
No,
right?
we do not. No.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If schedules line up in the upcoming broadcast season, would you be willing to join me on an episode of the New Fly Fisher?
I would love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would absolutely love it. And I think we've already shown that just past couple days hanging out and then fishing together this morning in tandem, which we hit a couple runs up there, side righty and a lefty. I think we've proven that we can pull off a good episode or two.
I agree.
Yeah, and but it's been a real pleasure to get to know you. And for those of you that aren't familiar, you can check it out at thenewflyfisher.com. And you also have a YouTube channel,
yes,
and you've got the TV show. You've got a lot of irons in the fire. And no, we're not getting paid to say this, but again, you know, the more we can all of us in this industry, at the end of the day, we're just anglers. We were just having a conversation that, you know, only 5 to 10% of our lives is actually fishing. The rest of it is doing the legwork so that we can go fishing.
100%.
And we love it so much. This is what, I mean, eventually in my early 20s, I just realized that this was what I was made to do, and mm-hmm. this is what I wanted to do. And I found a way to do it. And here we are 30-something years later.
Yeah.
And again, keeping it real. I mean, I make lots of mistakes. I lost flies this morning. I made lots of bad casts. But
that's the part of learning that, like, you never stop learning in this sport, right?
No. We did some entomology stuff yesterday and sampled up the river, and Tim and I both learned stuff. Yeah. So, well, it's been again a real pleasure to be with you. It's been kind of enlightening, and we've shared a lot of ideas back and forth. And I think you're going to see some collaborations between Mad River Outfitters and the New Fly Fisher moving forward. So stay tuned, and let's go get some lunch.
All right, man. I like it.
Yep. Well, there you have it, friends. My morning of fishing here on Spruce Creek with Mark Melnyk from the New Fly Fisher. Special thanks to Mark. It's been a real pleasure being with him and learning a lot more about the New Fly Fisher. And again, I think you're going to see some collaboration moving forward. And really special thanks to Tim Flagler. Once he finally got out of the bathroom this morning, we got out on the water, and of course Tim did a great job. Unbelievable fly tire, unbelievable angler, and so glad that we've gotten to spend the time here on Spruce Creek in central Pennsylvania. So again, check out the New Fly Fisher at thenewflyfisher.com. You'll be really glad you did. You can check out Tim Flagler at Tightlinevideo.com. And of course, please check out Mad River Outfitters. We don't have sponsors, so we depend on y'all. So thanks as always, friends. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button. That just makes us feel good. Hop on over to our website, sign up for our monthly newsletter, and stay tuned because we've got a ton more fly fishing content coming your way with Tim Flagler, Mark Melnyk, the New Fly Fisher, and many, many others. So stay close.